Oh my goodness, you'll never believe what just arrived in my craft room. This particular machine has been on my crafting wish list for over 5 years. And finally today I get to check off the box because I just got a UV printer. That's right, I just got a UV printer for my craft room. It is in this box right here. Oftentimes when we hear about UV printers, there's two things and main concerns that a lot of people have. First and foremost is the price, and secondly is the size. This thing right here is not only affordable, one, but two, is a desktop size UV printer that actually prints really large. Not only is this a flatbed UV printer, but it also has a rotary attachment tool so you can UV print on tumblers, and then also has an attachment that you can make UV DTF stickers. I cannot wait to unbox this, play around with it. I have so many blanks, so much ink, so many things that I get to print on, and I can't wait to share with you how amazing this machine is. Now, I actually haven't played with it, but I've watched enough videos to know that this right here is absolutely going to be a game changer for me and in my craft room, and I think you too. Okay, first things first, what we need to do is we need to unbox this UV printer and we need to set this up. Then after we set it up, we are going to do a few projects together. I'm going to show you that this next machine needs to be the machine that you put into your craft room. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Now, before we unbox this, meet my brand new UV printer. Also, it can print 3D texture. I have seen so many videos of this thing, and I am so excited to see what this is capable of actually printing. Inside the box, you're going to have a UV printer, a mini and standard flatbed, an adhesive mat power cable power adapter, UV protective goggles, a quick start guide, some free substrates. Substrates are just free blanks that you can use to print on your UV printer, an air filter, and a hex key. Now let's take this out of the box. If you're worried about not having enough room for this UV printer in your craft room, my pink mat that's right here is a total of 36 inches in length. And look, there is still plenty of room for all of my stuff on my craft desk. Also, it's actually not that heavy. I mean, it does have a little bit of weight to it. It's definitely not a feather light, but I can lift it up and move it around. This thing right here is so cool.
After plugging it in, the next thing you have to do is insert the inks. This printer has the traditional CMYK. It also comes with a white cartridge and also a gloss cartridge. You won't be able to see it, but on the inside of where I'm placing the tanks, there will be a color. You're just going to match up the colors with your tanks. They just click right into place. Super easy. Then at the front of the machine, you just want to take off the cover and insert the air filter. This right here just pushes right into place. Then you want to go on the side of the machine and open up the side hatch and insert the cleaning cartridge. This thing right here makes sure that your printer never clogs. Now plug in the machine and make sure that light on the side is turned green. When you set this machine up for the very first time, what you need to do is get your phone and download the app onto your phone. Once you have it set up for the very first time, then you can download the app on your computer and use the machine from there. This machine and the way they have it set up is that the setup process is actually really easy. You just follow all the steps on your phone and it will pretty much automate the entire thing for you. When you're done setting up your printer, the printer is then going to prompt you to do your very first print. Now, conveniently, they give you a free substrate. So all you need to do is put that free substrate onto the sticky mat, and then you're going to follow the prompts that is on your mobile device. Once you have everything set up, all you need to do is just press print, and then press the happy button at the top of your printer. Then watch it do all of its prints.
Holy cow. And look at that. It's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's raised. Oh, and it's like completely cured. And it's erased. Look at that print quality for my very first thing. Wow, this is so neat. Holy cow.
Okay, let's switch out the mini flatbed for the larger flatbed. All you have to do is toggle that little thing down at the bottom, unlock it, take that off, and then put on the larger bed, and then toggle that locking thing, to the lock, and then it's completely locked. That's how easy it is to switch out the accessories for this machine. We are going to print some coasters. At the software, you want to press that button called Snapshot. That is going to take a picture of what is exactly in the UV printer bed. So the software for this UV printer is actually really easy to use, and they come with a lot of starter images. However, I decided I was going to go over to my favorite spot where I generally go to get images, and I found these like really cool 3D puff designs. Because this printer actually is capable of printing in 3D, it's wild the end results that you're about ready to see. So anyways, all I did was at the software, went to the very top where it says upload, found my downloaded images that I wanted to use, and then uploaded them into the software. When the snapshot is completed, you'll be able to see on my little screen the actual live preview of what is inside the UV printer. So I'm going to put my prints onto the coasters. I'm going to print these two different ways. One way, I'm going to print them flat. The other way, I'm going to use the 3D technology that the EufyMake printer is capable of doing. So essentially all you have to do is like my images that I have right now in its original form is a flat image. Just by doing a click of a button, you're going to be able to turn your flat image into a 3D image, and then you can preview what it's going to look like when it's finished. You can change the different settings, making it thicker, thinner, however you want. It's really cool how intuitive this is and how it's just super easy to use. When you're happy with your placements of your images, you just want to press Start Print Task, and then you want to follow the directions on the right side of your screen and then press Start Printing. And then when you're ready, just like before, you just want to get up and press that happy little button at the very top and watch it print. This is what the 4 coasters look like mid-print. And I can tell you right now, I could have done a way better job at lining up my images to my coasters. But you know what? This is my first 4 images outside of the very first print. And I'm pretty impressed with myself anyways, even though it's not perfect. Okay, here are the finished coasters. The very first coaster is just the original image with no edits. This one is printed flat, although it does look like it has some dimension, but that's the original image and it's nice and flat. Now the next one is the 3D printed technology that EufyMake has. This has layers of white and then also color. I'm not entirely sure if you're going to be able to see it on the screen, but this thing right here is thick. Now put them together and you're going to be able to see really one, although looks like it has dimension because of the image, definitely looks flatter than the other one on the right hand side that has dimension. And then going on to the other 2, I printed one just flat, and then the other one, while I did use a dimension on this, you're not going to be able to see it too much because it's not a lot of dimension. Those are the settings. I could have made them even more and bigger, just like the original or like the flower one. But you know what? I think this is good for my 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th print. What do you think? Now let's print a full sheet of stickers. So EufyMake has this like DTF sticker sheet thingamajig. You want to put the paper side down, shiny side needs to stay up, and then you're going to put that onto the mat. You're going to focus on the bottom right corner where the green arrow is. Once you have it nice and stuck on there, then you want to peel the plastic piece of thing off, revealing the sticker that you are about ready to print on. The graphic that you see on the screen is something that I personally created. All I did was save it and then upload it into the software. Since the UV printer is loaded with that DTF sticker paper, all you're going to do now is press Snapshot. The reason why you're doing that is just to make sure that the stickers that I have on the screen are all going to get printed on the flatbed. Now you can tell I have too many stickers for my flatbed sticker paper, so I'm just going to delete some and readjust it so it all fits on my flatbed printer. Then when I'm done doing that, I'm just going to press Start Print. For the first option, you would just want to leave it as custom. The second option, you want to turn onto the sticker. You can change the resolution if you want to, but otherwise that you just press Start Printing. Then all you want to do is press the magic button and watch it print. just like before. This is what it looks like mid-print. You can tell that this printer prints down a layer of white and then color on top of it, making sure that it's not translucent when you put it onto cups and things. Now that it's done printing, all you have to do is take it off the flatbed. And then, because these are full rectangles and not individual piece stickers, you could technically stop here. However, I actually want to give them to other people. So I am going to put them into the laminator sheet. This is just going to make them look nice and professional. When it's done being laminated, you just take it out of the laminator and then you can cut them down to size. And then if you're ready to apply your sticker, you just apply your sticker like you would any other sticker. You peel off the backing, put it onto your substrate, and then you peel off the clear plastic part. These stickers have been tested by me, and I say they are dishwasher safe. Now to play with the rotary attachment. Again, switching out these attachments in this machine is super easy. With a flip of a button, you just take the mini bed off, put the rotary on, flip the button back over into lock, and that's it. Setting up the tumbler, you just set the tumbler onto the little rolly things, push this little locking thing into place, and then it's ready to go. Back at the software, what you want to do is on the right hand side, you want to switch over your processing from flatbed to rotary, and then you want to auto measure. Now the machine is going to auto measure the size of your cup that you put into the software or into the machine. Super intuitive, super easy to use. I cannot stress both of these enough. This is the easiest machine I have used in a very long time. Now, generally, when people are using a machine for the very first time, they try and do something easy. Not here in Ashley Falco's craft room. I'm going to do a full wrap tumbler. So I created a two-part design. One is going to have a blue background that's going to print all over my white tumbler. And then on top of that is going to be this like blueprint design that I found online. I'm just going to put it on top of the blue. So it's going to print out the blue and then the white on top. This particular design is something that means really near and dear to my husband's heart. So this tumbler I am making for my husband. Before I show you the finished product, you have to tell me, do you think that this tumbler turned out good or not? What are your thoughts? Also, the one really cool feature about this software is there's always this preview button. So it gives you exactly what your final product is going to look like after the print. And I can tell you right now, it's not lying to you. When you see things that are on the software and then compare it to what your final product is, it is the same exact thing. It is bananas to me. So once you have everything set up, just like the other projects that we've completed together, you just want to press the start print task and then follow the directions on the right hand side of your screen. And then you press that button and watch it print and do some really cool things. Here is a sped up time lapse of the printer actually printing a full wrapped tumbler. And here is the final reveal of my fully printed wrapped tumbler. This thing right here is absolutely stinking amazing. Also, peep to the right of my printer, you can see this like beachy little tumbler. I also printed that with EufyMake. This printer is the bomb.com.
The word impressed is a vast understatement of how I'm feeling right now. I still cannot believe that I am one of the lucky ones that gets to help launch this product because it is absolutely phenomenal. It is blowing my mind. Every single time I use this printer to print on anything, I'm just even more blown away than I was the last time I used it. So to recap, this right here was my very first print. Looks absolutely phenomenal. My next prints were these coasters. This coaster right here is so amazing. I'm probably never going to use it. It is absolutely a piece of artwork. This right here, phenomenal. And the UV DTF stickers that we printed are absolutely mind-blowing. I love the fact that now I have the ability to print out huge gang sheets like this or just one-offs of stickers. And now you no longer have to order these gang sheets from somebody else. You can just print them right from your craft room. Also, I did a dishwasher test, put this in the dishwasher. It came out Perfect, no issues at all. Also, I just wanted to show you a few more items that I actually did on my own just to keep testing out the ability of this printer. So for these next two things, I utilized my laser cutter to cut out pieces of acrylic and then print on them using the brand new UV printer. This particular piece right here was cut out of clear acrylic. This right here still has the masking tape on, but what I did is peel one layer of the masking tape and I printed my wedding picture on the back, which is what you see in the black and white. Then what I did after it was done printing is I took off the front masking tape and printed this right here. So this particular item has print right here and then also on the back. So my wedding picture itself is nice and smooth, but the writing on top is actually raised on there, giving it a different look. Now, if this was cut out on a thicker piece of acrylic, you definitely would be able to see depth because it would be thicker. This one right here is thin, so you can't really see the depth, but just know this was printed on both sides of the acrylic. I also laser cut this piece of gold acrylic. So the gold acrylic looked like this. There's like a plastic masking tape on it. And I printed just like a faux wedding invite. Looks so good. This is using only the white. This little oval shaped thing is 3 by 5. So not very big and still has some really good quality in it. I also printed more magnets. Last year I got a really cool laser cutter and I printed out this on my laser cutter. I thought it was amazing and I was so impressed. And then I was like, what if I tried to use my new UV printer to replicate this right here to get like an apples to apples comparison between what I did have and now what I'm capable of doing. So this is the before, and this was from last year, and this is the after of the same exact picture. And look at the difference of these two. I mean, the comparisons don't match. This right here is just absolutely amazing. Again, I keep getting more and more and more impressed as this keeps going on. Also, EufyMake advertises that the UV printer can print on leather. And so if you know anything about me, you do know that I love testing the abilities. If a company says that they do something with their machine, I want to know for a fact that it does. So I printed on leather just to show you. This right here is one of those simple leather patches that has like a 3M sticker on the back of it. And this is printed on the UV printer, the coloring onto a brown leather patch. Now the design for this flag and that distressing that you see is actually in the actual design. This isn't something that the UV printer messed up on. And it looks so stinking good. The other thing that I've been doing and what you can tell is this UV patch or this leather patch isn't flat. That's because I've been like bending it, because what does it look like once you bend your leather? So I bent it around my finger, curled it around, and it still looks amazing. Even with it bent, here's what it looks like. And I have it bent and it still looks good. So does it print on leather? It does. Also printed on a phone case, and I've actually done two. This one right here is the only one that I can show you because my grandma took off with her actual phone with her phone case. But this right here is of her dog, and it has some 3D effects. While you may not be able to tell in the video, but if you were to rub your finger right here on the dog tag and then on the teeth and then like on the nose or the eyes are sunken in. You can feel the teeth, and then you could also feel like the engraving on the dog tag too. So it turned out really, really good. And then the side profile of it, it's like raised. This is a pretty thick little print. So it's actually really cool. And then last but not least, and we can't forget that we also can UV print laser tumblers. UV print on tumblers. There's no laser involved. It's just a UV printer. Oh, I said also, I forgot one. This right here, a sign that I created. This is wood, and I printed the pink. It's like glossy pink, and then I printed this wood cutout, or not wood, this like little image on top of it. Look at that quality. So good. So I can't believe I forgot that thing. And then let's not forget about the fully wrapped in printed tumbler. Absolutely blown away. I knew UV printers were going to be cool because I've been researching them for, gosh, 5-6 years now. Ever since I got my very first laser cutter, I've been researching UV printers. And I knew that they would be cool, but I didn't think that they would be this cool. Or this cool. This one right here, I swear, is just a piece of art. Although I could use it as a coaster, but like, why would I? Because it's just so beautiful and turned out phenomenal. Now, my final conclusion on this printer is that everyone needs it. If you can afford to get this UV printer, it's definitely something that you need to put in your craft room. Why? Because the possibilities of this thing is endless, especially if you have a laser cutter as well. I mean, you don't even need to have a laser cutter, because being able to like print on tumblers and making your own tumblers makes it so worth it. But like, now being able to partner up my laser cutter with the UV printer and creating wedding signs, you could also create your own patterned acrylic to use with, or wood to use with your laser cutter. Possibilities are absolutely endless now that I have two of the crafts. The most popular, amazing crafts is going to be UV printing and also laser crafting. And now I get to marry them together. And this machine is so stinking small. It fits on my desk. There's no issues with it fitting on my desk. The perfect size. Because again, I've been researching UV printers, and the UV printers that I have been finding, one, are really, really, really expensive. And two, they're really big, and I did not have room for either of that. The expense or the room. Now, with a really affordable UV printer that also is space saving, this is just like a no-brainer. You have to have it in your craft room.